These leaked recordings came from discussions U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry had with a bunch of representatives from different Syrian opposition groups.
I think you're looking at four people in the administration who've all argued for use of force, and I lost the argument. I argued for use of force. I stood up. I'm the guy who stood up and announced we're going to attack Assad because of the weapons. And then, you know, things evolved into a different process. A lot of us wish there was an enforcement mechanism right now. A lot of us have been fighting for, but we don't have it right now in that sense. We're trying to pursue diplomacy, and I understand it's frustrating. You have nobody more frustrated than we are.
In one recording, Kerry tries to explain why further American effort to help the rebels in Syria would simply backfire.
Technical issues.
The problem is that, you know, you get, quote, enforcers in there, and then everybody ups the ante, right? Russia puts in more, Iran puts in more, Hezbollah is there more, and Nusra is more. And Saudi Arabia and Turkey put all their surrogate money in, and you're all destroyed.
And another interesting point that Kerry brought up is another reason that he brought up to justify why the U.S. can't put more military forces in Syria. Well, that's because he said that the U.S. was never invited to join the fight there, whereas Russia was invited by the regime, which is this point was what Russia said from the get-go when they joined the fight there. But the U.S. never agreed on this in the open. But judging from what Kerry said, it's obvious that the U.S. realizes that what they're doing in Syria is not legitimate.
And it seems too that some of the Syrians he spoke to when we were talking about frustration there were also deeply frustrated about the ongoing situation, yeah?
Well, this particular conversation that Kerry had with one Syrian social media activist just sums it all up. Here.
So you think the only solution is for somebody to come in and get rid of Assad?
Yes.
Who's that going to be? Who's going to do that?
3 years ago, I would say you. But right now, I don't know.
It just shows that the Syrian opposition expected so much more from the U.S. But judging from what she said, it looks like they're simply disappointed at the U.S. failing to deliver whatever they have promised to Syria in the first place.